Hi guys, this is David with Martell's Holland and Junk Removal, and it is 8 o'clock in the morning. And today in this video, it's going to be a collage with a bunch of different things. And for all you rookies out there that are starting up a junk removal company and never been to the dump, I'm going to give you a couple insider points to really talk. When I started the business, nobody told me about how the dump actually works and functions. And it can be actually pretty intimidating on your first time. I remember my first time backing up the trailer, I was real nervous thinking everybody was looking at me. And I think I missed the pile by like 10 feet. But besides that, there's a few other things that are involved when you go to the dump. One for being that, you have to have a tarp. I'm in Southern California. I'm not sure where you guys are located, but in Southern California, you have to have a tarp or they'll fine you. Yeah, pretty easy. So one of the tarps that I would recommend you get is the mesh tarp. Don't get that, the Home Depot, Lowe's plastic tarp, because it'll be flapping in the wind. You won't make it to your destination, I promise you. Those things catch wind and they act like a kite. You don't want that. So get those mesh tarps, those breathable ones. I got mine on Amazon, I think. The second one, and the first one I think I got it on OfferUp. And what I did is I got a 2-foot overlap on each side. So when I build loads that are a little past the rim of the trailer, I can still tie it down securely and get to my destination where I need to be. So the little advice on that. Also, what I'm noticing too, a lot of people do, and a lot of rookies do and a lot of professionals do, a lot of the pros that come into the dumps, they already know what to do. So meaning that they already, when they pull up to the little guy as they're about to come in, and I'll show you guys, their tarps are already undone, so they're ready to dump. That's one. And another thing that I noticed that the professionals do is that when they dump their load, they drive off, they get out and look at it, or they have their spotter get out and look at it real quick. Spotter jumps back in the passenger seat, and the driver takes off. Now, the driver takes off to a certain spot, a safe spot out of the way, descends the load, finishes up, and then takes off. Now, what I noticed that what rookies will do is they'll dump their load and they'll start descending and hold the line up. And that is probably one of the biggest foul moves that you can do. And not only will the workers yell at you, but a bunch of people in line will start honking at you saying, get out of the way. So I think I learned the hard way, and a lot of people do. It is what it is. Another thing too, when you come to the dumps and nobody tells you, is that these scales, here they are, right? So those scales there, there's usually a couple lanes, 2 incoming and 1 outgoing in most cases, and they can open them up to have them, go either way. But pay attention to the scales, because sometimes when you go to these scales, everybody always thinks it's one line, and in all reality, good chances there's 2 lines. And so the rookies don't know that, but the pros do. So the pros go right past those guys and say, "Yeah, see you later." But here's a downfall. But when I think everybody should know that, because not only it clogs the line up all the way down the hill, and every dump that I've ever been to. And so instead of making it a 15-20 minute trip, it's now turned into a 30 to 45 minute trip. And when you're on your way to the next appointment, you got to go. And so that's another thing for you rookies out there that nobody ever talks about. What else am I missing here? It's always good to be nice to the workers, no matter what. Well, just be nice to people in general, because you have no idea when that business can come back to you. And you always want to have people, when you think about your business, you always want to think good thoughts. So be nice to the workers. A lot of the times if I have a water or a Coke in my ice chest, I'll pop one out, I'll throw it to them as I'm driving by, just to kind of brighten their day up. I remember when I was at Lowe's working as a manager, even as a grunt worker at Lowe's, customers would drop by and give me like a few dollar tips, or or buy me a Coke or a Gatorade, and I would be completely thankful for that. And I remember those things, like, man, that brightened my day. So just little things like that, just kind of spreading good vibes, and where the good vibes are, that's just where the money goes, I swear. So I've noticed that even when I don't feel like 100% like all chipper and happy and all that, I sure as hell pretend that, or I get in the mood. I put on good music and I do whatever I have to do. Line's moving now, thank God, to get myself in a better mood. But that stuff reflects on your money, trust me, and your reviews. Customers see it, your employees see it, and if your employees are disgruntled, by the way, I would check your behavior, because they're probably a straight reflection off of you. Anyway, I gotta go checking in at the weight scales, and I'll catch you guys later.